Welcome to EXBO Registrations. This short tutorial will show you how to use the control panel. You'll have been given the link, and if not, it's here on the screen, and your login. I'm going to log in as Demo for the purposes of this demonstration. On the screen that appears, you'll see a list of all your registration forms, and if you click on the link, you'll see the registration form itself. Back on the control panel, we can view all the registrations. Firstly, notice that you can change the text size to make it fit nicely on your screen. Here we have some self-explanatory fields, and then a place where you can enter an external invoice number if you wish. This sticky note indicates a longer comment. Let's create one ourselves. If we refresh the screen now, we'll see that the sticky note has changed from transparent to yellow to show that there's something there. Here you see the date that the registration was made and the amount still owing if you are using our payment system. Let's look at the action icons now. As you hover over each one, it'll tell you what it does. We'll start by viewing a registration. This shows exactly what the delegate selected. We can edit some of these fields here. Just type over what you want to change and then click Update at the bottom. If you want to change fields that are going to affect the total, please drop us a mail and ask us to do it for you. Refresh the control panel and you'll see your change. Here we can resend a reg confirmation to the delegate, and it sends a copy to ourselves. It's basically sending this page as a PDF to the email address supplied by the delegate. That brings us to the payment icons if you're using them. You may be tracking payments outside of the system, so these are optional. Let's start by viewing the payment status for this registration. This shows the registration total and any payments that have been made thus far with the date they were made and the total amount owing. And below that you have the same registration detail that you find on the registration notification. So let's make a payment. Here we see previous payments that have been made. And we can now enter the amount that we want to pay, the date on which the payment was made, and a comment if we want to. And we can then either save this or save it and send the payment notification at the same time. If we refresh the screen now, you'll see the payment has been recorded. And if we'd opted not to send the payment notification when we did the payment, we could send it here if we want to. Lastly, the red X will allow you to delete a registration entirely. You will be asked if you're sure. Please be careful using this option. At the foot of the screen are some useful counters of what's been entered on the registrations thus far, as well as various output methods. But let's first look at the Save Invoice option. If you enter an invoice number here, or perhaps just the word Done, remember to save it using the Save Invoice link at the top or bottom of the screen. There are several options for exporting the registrations to Excel, either full detail, a summarized version, or just the registrations that have arrived since you last did an export. Let's run one of the downloads and have a look at the resulting Excel spreadsheet. Finally, let's have a look at downloading all the payment statuses. This will give you a file of PDFs of all those payment statuses we saw earlier, and is sometimes useful for printing off and handing out to the delegates at the registration desk. Well, that's about it. I hope this tutorial has been useful. If you have any problems, give us a call.